for my niggas locked down. Do your time, get the fuck out.
I like this. I like this a lot.
Niggas coming out like they the first niggas to sell crack. Been there, I got old heads we dwell at. Fuck with the rock is cooking, nigga. The rock is cooking. The neighbors is nervous, the cops is looking. I got an 8 for that snow, 8/8 of that dro, and some bush that's 8% parsley. Pardon me, a nigga starving, G being broke ain't a part of me. We run through towns like blood through your arteries. In and out of state, we move, wait, no charges. The state trying to send us upstate, we don't bargain. Just give me.
This is for you, Destin. I know you like this shit. This is one of my niggas. Can't buy this on iTunes.
Truck with some new shoes, Michael Jordan's foreign bucket, nigga. Who knew that a young cat could grind so hard? I've been blessed like I signed with God. Oh my God. I bust 1 for my niggas in jail, 2 more for them niggas in hell, 3 more if you come to get bail, 4 more if you waiting for mail, 4 more if you making a sale. Break the scale. I bust 1 for my niggas in jail, 2 more.
Yeah. Look.
3 more.
Let me tell you what happens when you break news. Now, this is new to me, okay? I'm going to say this again. I'm not a journalist. I never pretended to be a journalist. Y'all know how I feel about anonymous sources. You know how I feel about... You know how I feel about stories that can't be verified one way or the other. So, Karen Miller, let me tell you the difference between stuff that Jason Reed reports and what I spoke about earlier. Jason Reed says things that can never be verified. Never be verified. This guy doesn't like Robert Griffin. People in the building say that Robert Griffin is this. He's lost control of the locker room. Stuff that people can come out and deny all day long. As opposed to somebody who reports the Redskins just hired Vic Fangio to be the defensive coordinator, and that never happened. So we know it was a lie. Or the Redskins are going to hire so-and-so to be defensive coordinator, and even when they started interviewing Nick Fangio, my man came out later and said, I stand by my story. And he ended up being right. So, what happened today was, and first of all, Destin, I gotta be very careful here, okay? I'm not even gonna post this on my regular wall, just in here. There were rules to me reporting what I reported. There were very, very strict rules. I didn't reveal my source to anybody. Not even to my boss at True Radio Network, who allowed me to report this without naming the source. Because again, we're not held to the same journalistic practices and standards that other people are. On top of which, I feel some type of way putting my reputation at stake because my show already has haters. You already got guys in this group who every time I say something about my show, they have something negative to say. I'm not talking about you, Bobby. We good, by the way. I never answered you back. I just saw your message a few minutes ago when my next thing that happened. So I report this. And before I report it, I spoke to, and this is someone I can talk about, I spoke to somebody who reports on the Redskins on a daily basis. We all know the person's name, somebody that everybody knows. I spoke to this person, I talked to this person about it, and he gave me his blessing. He was like, you know what, you should report it. But you should go ahead and preface it that, you know, you could be wrong. I was like, well, what do you think? He goes, I have nothing to say about it. I said, okay, cool. So I reported it. Immediately, I got a couple of phone calls. I got a couple of emails. And then my phone got hacked. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not into that stuff. I don't think that somebody at Redskins Park is going to find out who his source is. And I'm just telling you what happened. The reason I'm looking at this camera like this, and word to life, when Destin Banks called me, I was in the Sprint store. This is a brand new phone I just bought today. And, you know, luckily, I protected myself and my source. When I talk about my source, I don't even identify my source as male or female, okay? I ask questions of the source. I asked a lot of questions. I'm not allowed to talk about the questions I asked, because a lot of the questions I asked are the same questions that are being asked now. And I'm not allowed to say what the answers were. The only part I was allowed to put out was the Kirk Cousins part. Now, I don't believe it's true either. Ooh, incoming call, and it doesn't. Matter of fact, hey, Destin, this is you calling me. This is you calling me right now. Oh, I got rejected. Hey, yo, this phone is dope. That was Destin Banks calling me right now. And it didn't stop my video. So, a lot of questions that people are asking, the skepticism that people have, are the same skepticisms that I had. I was really, really skeptical. I just want you all to know, I don't believe it either. But I know for a fact that this person who told me this is not blowing smoke. This person believes it to be true. And I know this is true. I can't say why I know it's true. It's either going to pan out or it's not. And if it pans out, people are still going to find a reason to say, you know, I got lucky. And if it doesn't pan out, people are going to say, oh, you know, you're not credible. And my show takes a hit. So you have to understand that me putting it out here is a risk. The risk is all mine. So, like I said, I hope it's not true. I understand why that person thinks it's true. And we're just going to go from here and see what happens. I want to thank everybody who's been paying attention to Hurt's House and everybody who's giving me feedback on this. If you guys have any questions, you can inbox me. We can talk about it, or we can talk about it live on this thread. I'll answer any questions that I can, but there are a lot of questions I just can't answer. And you people can draw your own conclusions, okay? And we'll see what happens, you know. In 6 games, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, in 6 games, if I'm right, I might still be wrong. Get what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. In the end, hail to the Redskins. I still believe in Robert Griffin. I still think Robert Griffin, given the right whatever, can succeed. I still think our best bet is to trade him, but there's no trade value in it now. One more thing I will say about the source, and this is something I can say, okay? This source has already given me other things. And I will say this. The source is 1 and 2 on things, well, 1 for 2 on things that it has given me. It gave me one story that turned out to be absolutely dead on, and one story that turned out to not be true, in my opinion. And that's about as far as I can go on it. But this is something that can be verified. This is something that we'll see take shape. Again, it leaves the door open for conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And I don't think that's the case, okay? So we're going to go from there. Thank you, everybody. Destin, I'm calling you back right now. Hail to the Redskins.